Yo, what's up, Kings? Coach Nate here, Short King Fitness, and today we're gonna do back. All right, so we're gonna do 4 exercises today. We're gonna start with some block spreads, all right, and then we're going to do 2 different types of alley pulls. We're gonna do a standing alley pull, and we're gonna also do a incline alley pull, all right, and then we're also gonna do some block pulls. Okay, you're probably wondering, especially if you're new to this channel, what these exercises are. There are variations of normal exercises that everybody does. I just put some street names onto them, all right? If you've been following the channel, you already know what's up. If you're new, let's get into it. We're gonna start with the block spread. This is a back exercise. We're gonna be focusing on the upper back, all right? Our first set is gonna be a warm-up set, all right? I'm gonna do it with the 10-pound dumbbells. And for our block spread, this is going to be a lower bent over block spread, all right? I have a few different variations of the block spread, all right? This one is for our back. So we are going to go straight down, our dumbbells between our legs, all right? Come on the edge of the seat. Put your head up. I'm going to spread it like that, up a little bit. Okay, so that was 12 reps. In the program, we do 4 sets. First set is warm-up set of 12 reps. Then our next 2 are heavies, 10 reps, heavy ass weight. Fourth set is to failure. Our failure rule is take your weight of your heavies and minus it in half and add 5 pounds. So if you are doing 40 pounds as your heavy, your failure weight would be 25 pounds. All right. This exercise here, we're really focusing on the upper part and our lats. All right. That's why I do a little bit of the swing up. All right. So I don't go all the way up like that. Full stop, both that high. And this way you're working back of your back, upper back. You're also getting some pull into your lats as well. All right. Your delts. You're doing the whole shebang there. All right. Otherwise, if you're just doing this, you're just getting all your rear delts. I like to slightly go up. And I find this, that movement is the Short King mastery. And I tell you, I've been doing this now for some time. I switched it up from doing it the other way to this. My lats started spreading out a little bit more. And I started getting a lot more size on the back, all right? I do it 2 ways. I do one here for the back, and on shoulder day, I do an upper block spread, block spread. So it's more like that, all right? Okay, in between sets, we do 90 seconds. I'm gonna get some heavier weight. Like I said, I started at 10, I got 20s. All right, then we're gonna go right into it. With this training hypertrophy, we wanna make sure we really keep the amount of time in between our sets minimal, all right? 90 seconds, no more. And that's how we really separate ourselves from everybody else. Arms down, between the legs, head up, fly, spread, block spread. All right. In those 90 seconds, make sure you breathe, get a sip of water. All right. Very important. So I'm going to be doing full exercises until I figure out a few things on my editing programs, essentially, because I tried doing a bunch of clips, put it all together into a longer video. Didn't work out too well. Now I'm just gonna do full workout, 30 to 40 minutes straight up. And that's what you guys are gonna get right now. Which is kind of good because now you can see exactly the intensity and how long I do work out for. I don't work out more than an hour, too long. 35, 45 minutes is how long each one of my sessions in my program take. You'll find that guys that spend more than an hour in the gym, watch them. Chances are they're doing more rips of Instagram than they are doing the actual weight. Feel me? All right, that was 90 seconds. We're gonna do set 3 and go right into failure, all right? So remember the failure rule, we're gonna drop it in half and add 5. So I'm at 20s, drop it to 10, add 5, 15 pounds, all right? So 10 reps to this, and then we'll fail out the other reps, right? All right. Okay, 10 reps. Now we're gonna grab our failure weight, which in my case is gonna be 15 pounds. And we're gonna go until we can't go no more, you know what I'm saying? All right, fuck around, let's roll. Make sure you're repping it out until they basically fall out of your hands. That's failure. Now, in between exercises, 2 minutes, 120 seconds, then we go into our next one, all right? Meantime, get a sip of water, put your weights back, and set up your bench. Because we're going into incline alley pulls. Normally I do lots of my back exercises with machines that pull down, especially the row, right? I call them the concrete rows. But right now, we're kicking it in this gym, and all we got is dumbbells. So I've been regrouping, rethinking my program a little bit for myself. Not for y'all, but just for myself. And doing everything in dumbbells. So, yeah. The block spread, alley pull times 2. And then we'll do some block pulls. All right. So, incline alley pulls. What we're gonna do, we're gonna bring our bench up. To let's say that's number 6. Okay. So what we're gonna do, I have the weights in my hand. You come backwards on the. Are we looking back there? Oh yeah, that's good. And backwards on the bench. And we're gonna pull. But actually, let me go down one. Yeah, let's readjust that a little bit. Oh, she's looking good now. Now, for our shorter guys, a bit of a pain in the ass, in my opinion, to kind of do this one. But we just roll with it, right? Because it's an important exercise. So we want to get our chin on top of the bench and our arms straight down. And we're just going to pull up. Alley pull. Alley pull. Alley pull. all right? But now that we have weights, I'll show you a trick. I'm gonna start with 20 pounds, all right? Now, take your weights, be safe, like I always say, backwards on the bench. We're back in high school, sitting in class, all right? But what we're gonna do, we're gonna sit down for a second, all right? Bring our arms beside our legs or our body, slowly come into the bench. Okay, lock yourself in nice. Once you're secure, pull. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Okay, now when you're done, the legs in front, and stand up. Okay? Back yourself out a bit. Put your weights away. Now, if we're dealing with heavier weights, because that was just a warm-up, right? And you can't get back up, just let the weights go, all right? Drop them on the ground. That's acceptable. Okay, so that was 20 pounds. I'm gonna go straight into the 40s. All right. Okay, remember what I said. Backwards, sit down, and our legs, and close. All right, weights down, stand up, into the bench. Nicely, arms forward, legs back, and alley pull. 1, 2. Oh. When you're doing that exercise, you'll feel it right in your lats, real nice. So, short king tip. When you're first starting to work out, and you're new to the gym and whatnot, you don't really know where to start with your grips. One thing I always talk about, I'm not much of a car guy. Most men are. So it's all about building the frame, right? So as a little guy, the way I built my frame, I didn't go with close grip right away. Because, in my opinion, anything close grip is worth for definition and toning. Now, before you build mass and tone that mass, you need to build a frame. And what kind of frame do you want to work with? Wide frame, small frame. If you're small, short I should say, you want a wide frame. It'll maximize your size, make you look bigger, and that's the route I would go. So, wide grip. When you're starting out, the first 4 weeks, all wide grip. Not pull down. Wide grip. Right? Concrete rows. No. Grab the wide grip bar and roll in that way. All right? Anything you have a choice of doing wide grip to in grip, always go wide grip until you got your lat frame, shoulder frame, a whole frame. Now, once you got that, then we get into definition and stuff. Then we get into the tight grip. All right? That's going to build more of the roadblock, roadmap arms, muscles in between your ribs, all that good definition. All right? And that's what we do here at Short King Fitness, is we don't worry about getting bulky and big. We worry about getting big, strong, and defined. All right? We have 2 choices. The choice was to lift the heaviest weight ever or look like a Greek god. What would you choose? I know what I would pick. Look like a fucking Greek god, right? I don't give a shit what people think about my weights. I always look better, right? That's how we do it here. Short King Fitness with hypertrophy training. All right, set 3. I'm gonna max this out at 10. Then we're gonna 25s. And we are going to go to failure. Whenever you're picking up your weights, use your legs, kick your ass out, be safe. Coming from a guy that had a back injury a few times in his life, muscle through it, recovery, listen to those tips, all right? You're gonna get back into it. Sit backwards with your weights, come in, arms down, sit in. Okay, and ellie pull. And we're gonna get our 25s. And we are going to failure. Oh. Holy fuck. All right. Okay. So those are the alley pulls. All right. So block spread, the incline alley pull. Now we're going to do a block pull. Block pulls are amazing for your lats. Yeah, good for your lats, man. Lats, your side, your back, all that good stuff. Get up through these weights. But you're thinking, what's the block pull, eh? What exercise could it be? Well, I'm going to give you a quick rundown while I'm here. Bring it down one more. All right, what we're going to do is grab the bench this way. All right, make sure our legs are front leg, left leg forward, left arm on bench, right leg back, right arm, as I pick up the weight. And we're going to block pull, block pull, block pull. All right, the reason why I call these stuff block pulls and whatnot, because in the street back in the day, if you have no weights, what do you work out with? Concrete fucking blocks, man. You grab a broomstick, you throw a couple of concrete blocks on each end, and you press, you pull, do all that, man. And that's why we call them block pulls. Alley pulls, block spreads, right? Think about center blocks. All right. I think I'm going to start with 25. Like the 40s away. Now remember, you guys are liking the video, picking up a few things here. Make sure you go down, hit like, and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep on making these vids, all right? So, block pulls. I like to get my arm really down like that. 6. 12. All right. Now, right arm forward on the bench, right leg forward, left leg back, left arm, weight in hand. Push down and pull. Block pull. Block pull. All right. Warm up, done. So before my workouts, I always do a stretching sesh, all right? So I do stretch before I work out, always, every day. And all y'all should too, all right? I'll do a, maybe my next video tomorrow, I'll do stretching and whatnot in that because I feel like that's the most important excuse me, the most important part of the routine, all right, in the program is my stretching. It's not just basic stretching. I implement everything I've learned over the years. Everything from yoga, from my karate training, my taekwondo, tai chi, wrestling. You know, I use a lot of my physiotherapy, especially. When I was going through my back physiotherapy, I used probably 75% of those exercises still into my training. I added some yoga exercises into it as well, and some basic shadow boxing, sparring, and also Tai Chi stretches. So along with that, with my breathing, which right now, obviously out of breath, it's very zen before you can start your workout, all right? Funny I say zen because I do find it very relaxing and peaceful, but at the same time, I got the most gangster rap beats in my head, just going, and I'm going. I'm getting pumped up for this fucking pump, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it rolling and we do it. We feel confident and physically fit before we get rolling, right? That's what's up. All right, I'm gonna grab these 40s. I'm gonna do some more pulls, man. Actually, what's that feel like? Oh, do a 45. Yeah, 45-pound dumbbell. Hey. All right. So we do one more of those, and straight into failure. Now you'll notice when I work out, put a little extra stretch into it sometimes, whatever I'm doing. Just my pulls like, right? So I'm kind of going a little bit more than the average motherfucker, right? That's for a reason. The short kings need to go that way. That extra stretch and that extra pull gives you that extra muscle that will grow. Feel me? Trust me, everything I do in this program, everything I've designed, everything I've created for a reason. I didn't just go buy my buck and make this fucking shit. Doing this for over 20 years, and I know what's up. I just want to, show everybody else out there what's up, all right? I'm here to coach all you short guys 5'8" and under. Because a lot of us guys, man, we were in the gym training like tall dudes, man, looking at what they're doing. All right, that seems right, that looks good. Then you go grab a machine, you're like, fuck, I'm too short. Can't reach that pull down, I can't reach this, whatever, right? But you can. Little alterations, a little bit ways of doing stuff a little bit differently. you can achieve way more gains than any Tom Moff out there. And with training, discipline, and my guidance, I can get any of y'all there. My word. All right. I'm gonna hit these 45s. I'm gonna drop right down to 30s. Okay. All right. Right to the 30s. Holy fuck. Okay. Now it's getting hot. All right. So those were the block pulls. What I'm going to do now, adjust the camera, move this thing out of the way, and we'll do some standing alley pulls. All right. That way, if you don't have a bench, I show you still how to do a mat. All right. Okay. So I'm going to stand this up a little bit bigger or higher. Okay. So, okay. Standing alley pulls. So I got what do I got here? 25. Grab another one. So if you don't got a bench, and you can't do the incline alley pull, grab some weights and do a freestand alley pull. You feel me? I'll do a couple angles for you. Front angle. Okay, so feet apart. Make sure your toes always facing forward. No cockeyed bullshit. Toes forward at all times. Hands by your side. Now you're gonna bend over. Both there. All right. So we're doing about I guess 45. All right. Pull, pull, pull. All right. Those 25 pounds, 12 times. Yeah, so we deal here with Short King Fitness with hypertrophy training and strength training, right? So we go. We don't fuck around. We move fast. We act fast. We work out smart. We work out strong, all right? So if you're in the gym for more than an hour on my program, I know you're fucking around. And if you weren't, I want to hear that you're doing extra SKSA exercises if you're in my 12 to 16 week program, which is the Short King Striking Arts, all right? We're starting to some of that going in here for our cardio and our overall fitness and training. Whenever I work out and I do my thing, I'm always light on my feet, on my toes, all right? I said I've been doing martial arts and stuff my whole life. That's why I decided to start this style of fighting, striking arts for people 5'8" and under who want to learn how to stick and move, fight in the pocket, right? And get around those tall guys, all right? Trust me, we don't got to move far and that stuff. We just got to stay in and know how to move better than them. Feel that? SKSA, all right? We're going to do now. Let's do 35 pounds. I'm going to do a different angle this time. I'm going to do a side angle right here. All right, so feet forward. I'm all the way to like a 40-ish, that angle. Right, so 90 seconds in between sets. We're gonna hit that again right away real fast. Straight into our failure set. And then, that is all for today. If you're on my channel, you're looking at all these exercises and watching them over the last few days. These are my 4-week beginner training programs, all right? 12 and the 16 week, more advanced exercises, and that's when the SKSA, shadow boxing, and cardio starts. 4 and 12, or sorry, the 4 and 8 week programs, you get just the basic one-on-one coaching, meal prep, workout plans for yourself, right? 4 to 8 to 12 to 16 week programs, all right? Okay. 90 seconds is up. This time I'm gonna do a back angle. So, forward. All right. All right, now we're gonna go into the 20s. Failure. Okay. All right, Kings. Finish the workout. You don't have a slight tear in your eye. That means next time you do the workouts, step it the fuck up, all right? That's it for today. That's it for shoulders. Sorry, that's it for back. Yesterday was shoulders. If you missed that vid on shoulders and on the street press, flip back, check it out, subscribe, like, and DM to join. All right, comment, let me know what's up, all right? Drop a little pump. And the arms, that's our secret weapon. All right. Till next time. Peace.